Okay, so I've got a lot of other videos just on like business and mindset and marketing. Marketing is my forte. Scaling businesses is what I do. I am a growth consultant. But this is just all about getting an LLC, setting up and creating your business so that you can be fundable and so that your business can be fundable. Okay. LLC 101. An LLC is a limited liability company. But basically, the LLC is to is a way to protect your personal assets from being compromised in the case that the business falls out or is sued. LLCs are taxed as pass-through entities, which means the profits or losses for your ownership share of the LLC will be filed on your personal income taxes. If you are the sole owner, you can report profits and losses, which is Schedule C. Depending on the type of business the LLC is conducting and whether the LLC wants to reinvest profits back into the company, being taxed as an S Corp or a C Corporation may be a better option. All right, consult a tax professional, blah, 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 before you buy one. LLC Blueprint Step 1. First step is to create your name, right? And figure out what your domain is going to be, okay? And it's different in state by state by state, right? So I just moved here to Arizona. So if I was checking out what my LLC name is going to be, I have to check that it's available in Arizona. Okay, and then I also want to check that the domain is available by going to, you can go to namechecker.com or namecheck or whatever, and you can check your name, or just go to Google, type in what you want. I always recommend, if your domain name isn't available, I would just try and I'd rather have 3 words and it be a .com than 2 words and have it be like a dot something weird. You know what I mean? So I always try and get the .com. That's kind of old school, but that's what I like to try and do. .com, .net, or .org are pretty quality. Okay, check your name. $12. I always buy my domains through Google. They're just the ones that I like. Bluehost is pretty good too, but Google Domains is my go-to. And depending on the state that you're in, like if you're in California, you could register your business name and get a trademark for it so that nobody else can steal it. So it's always a good idea. It doesn't just have to be California, but if you trademark your business, then if anybody tries to steal your likeness or anything like that, it's trademarked and you can sue them for it. You have proof. Okay, step 3 and 4 is you're going to have to set up a business phone number. Again, we're trying to set up your business so that you can be fundable, right? We want to get you the funds that you need, and we got to think like a bank. So we want your business to look proper, and for some reason, banks are old school and they think 1-800 numbers are the way. So I would definitely get a 1-800 number for your business, as well as an email, and I would always go with the info at your business email. Okay, but here's where you can get a phone number. You need a real address, okay? And by real, I mean you need a real fake address. We basically just don't want you to use your home, okay? Home addresses get flagged and the banks look at it as less fundable than if you have a virtual office in a busy part of the city or something along those lines. So the Regis is the best one, but any of these ones can kind of work to help you get a virtual office. And again, it's because when the banks are going to lend you, $25, $50, $100,000, they might look you up. And if they look you up and it's like your business is like in your mom's garage or in some cul-de-sac, like they're going to be like, it's a red flag. You're not a real business. We're not going to be able to give you the funding we thought we were. So that's why you need that virtual address and the 1-800 number. 5, choose whether to appoint yourself or pay someone to be the registered agent of the LLC. The crazy thing about LLCs is if you're the sole person on the LLC, it's actually not safe. It's not as safe as if you have at least 2 or maybe even 3 people on the LLC, because the whole point of the LLC is that if the LLC gets sued or owes a bunch of money or something, then it's not directly connected to your personal, right? But if you bring it to court and the judge looks at your LLC and the LLC is just one person and the LLC, then who can the courts are going to say, okay, well, obviously you're responsible for that business. Whereas if you have 2 or other people on your LLC, the courts are going to say, okay, well, this is split between these 3. No one is directly responsible for what happened. It's really weird. It's neither here nor there. We still want to just get an LLC, a registered agent or individual or business who receives tax forms and notices and lawsuits on the behalf of the LLC. So you got to put somebody in charge, basically. That's what this is basically for. $50. Step number 6, download a PDF organization form. If you are setting the LLC up in your state and you are complete the following. You need your LLC name, owner of the company, registered agent name, registered agent address. Leave a submit online for $50 to $300, depending on the state. Usually takes about a week, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're going to have your LLC. Okay, and depending on what type of business you may have, you need to apply to a certain business licenses or file annual reports. They are all different. So one more note before fill all this out for your business. Make sure your business is a non-risk name. Basically, like if you're going to apply for a loan for your business, you don't want it to have the words real estate. You don't want it to have trucking. You don't want it to have anything kind of risky, because the banks don't want to loan money to businesses that have risky names. The thing is you want to have the name of something safe. So I would recommend getting an LLC and just like your name incorporated, or consulting or marketing, something basic that makes sense for the banks to loan to. Okay, so nothing stupid. Like if you're a crypto gangsters or something, you don't want to register those kind of names. You want to make it a dinner table friendly business name or something. It kind of sucks, but hey, the banks, it's their money. They can choose who they work with. So you want to make sure that you have a safe looking name for your business. Okay. So here you're going to get the article of organization. This is depending on all of the different states, but once you've already applied and you've gotten your LLC, basically just need to get this document and you're going to fill it out. And you make sure that's available. After submitting the article of organization, you're going to create the operating agreement. The operating agreement outline the rights and responsibilities of each LLC member. This is not required to form the LLC, but it is recommended for business purposes, right? So if you have somebody that you're starting an LLC with, you want to say, these are the responsibilities of this person. These are the responsibilities of this person. Then you need to obtain your EIN number. This is key for us to get you funding, and you just get that by going to the IRS website. So then you fill out this form, the articles of organization, and then you apply for the IRS website. And again, this form is going to be different state to state. And then you apply on the IRS website, and that's basically to get your EIN number. They'll get back to you pretty quickly. Once you get the EIN number, you can open up bank accounts, okay? And then you can set up a business bank account with your local credit union, small regional bank like SunTrust or Region, your personal bank, Chase Bank of America, Wells Fargo. You will need these are the things that you're going to need to open these bank accounts, okay? You need the article of organization form, the EIN, confirmation letter, IRS, your driver's license, operation agreements. Sometimes you don't need that. And at least $100 to deposit to open a bank account with these different banks, okay? The date that you open the bank account is the date that the lenders consider your business to have started. All right, try and keep $10K in the business account to maintain a low 5 bank rating, which helps approval odds for business funding. And if you're trying to figure out how to get that $10,000, don't worry. We're going to basically start applying and get some money, and you can basically take some credit and you can put it in your bank accounts and build some of these relationships for the long run. Okay. Apply for business credit cards when you open the business bank account if or your LLC members have 100% payment history, less than 10% credit utilization, no derogatory items, at least 4 years average age of credit, 10 plus total accounts, less than 3 inquiries on each bureau, and you must have a checking and savings account. Want to get a bank account or credit card on the credit card application, if you apply, you want to say that you make at least $120K or more to help with the approval process, right? Unless it's a Discover or Amex, but they may ask you for verification of income. For projected expenses, enter at least $5,000 on credit card applications to help with approval odds of getting higher credit limits. All right. And then you need to get your Duns and Bradstreet number. You go to DMB, Duns number, whatever the hell this is. Dun and Bradstreet. This is basically who assigns your business's credit score. It's going to be your business credit. So you want to build your Dun and Bradstreet number for your business, just like you would for your own credit score. Right, and will give your credibility to your LLC. It also assigns a Paydex business credit score that ranges from anywhere from 1 to 100. Okay, so that's what this one was. So 100 or above credit score with the Dun & Bradstreet people. Establish business credit. Make sure your personal credit score is 700 plus, and start with your business credit cards from local credit unions, national credit unions, American Express, Cash, Bank of America, and Cash Rewards. All right. If you plan to accept payments virtually, open a PayPal business account, a Stripe account, or merchant account like Clover for processing and accepting payments. Consider setting up your website using I like WordPress or ClickFunnels. Those are pretty much my go-to. And then you can always have somebody else build it for you on Fiverr. But you have to have a website. That's a big thing. All right. If you plan on having employees, consider a payroll with Square, QuickBooks, Gusto, so forth and so forth. Decide if you have your own. Currently, we're using QuickBooks. We like it a lot. Decide if you're going to have your own CPA and choose whether you're going to have W-2 employees or 1099. All right, here's some frequently asked questions. What should I do if I have less than a 680 credit score and I want to start a business? All right, that's a good one. Start the business, but work on getting credit limit increased every 6 months to lower your credit card utilization, which accounts for 30% of your credit score. If you have collection accounts or other negative items, sign up for our credit repair services. Down below. So basically, if you have less than a 680, you can still start the business and get business credit, and then every 6 months, we're going to try and get an increase on your credit score while we build your credit. And we're going to get you trade lines and all that kind of stuff. Is it possible to operate a successful LLC with less than a 700 credit score? Yes. Building business credit isn't necessary to have a successful business. You can start and open a business accounts without the credit score, especially if you go with a credit union or a bank that is already in a relationship. Do I need to have a revenue generating business to start an LLC? No, you do not. What state should I set up my LLC? I mean, I would recommend Wyoming or any of these non-tax states, because then you don't have to pay taxes. When should you decide to set up your LLC? The best time to set up an LLC is once you are actually generating revenue from your hustle. All right? And that, my friends, is the process of setting up your LLC. I'll have some more videos going in depth. Some other options that I really like is Zen Business. There's also one that's like Zoom something. So I'll have links below if you want to do it yourself. I mean, not do it yourself and have somebody else set it up. Zen Business is super easy. It's like $200. So I recommend that. Now you know how to set up your business. And I hope you think like a bank. That the reason we do this, and I'll teach you some other SEO stuff too, but the reason we do this is because we want our business to look bona fide, right? Something that's credible. And something that the banks will be okay with giving money to. All right. Talk to you in the next one.